Today I'll tell how I helped Graeme Bligh, aka the Canadian Jetsetter, to get a ton of one-on-one bookings from YouTube, get tens of thousands of views in just 4 months of working together, and how we managed to get long-term, consistent views for his YouTube channel without even posting. The goals we had were to get more traffic on his media, because his media, the Instagram page and also YouTube now, is where he sells his services, which is consultations. Also, it's the way of promoting affiliate links. And also we wanted to get a content stock for long-term traffic. So we needed to create some evergreen content that would bring views months or even years after posting. This is the screenshot from yesterday. And this is what it looks like when your channel generates views even though you don't film. Like as you can see now, here we started filming, here we film, but then he got a pause in his posting schedule. But you can see that this YouTube channel still generates around 700, 800 views every single day without even posting. That's what I love about YouTube. You can post once and then get views for years if you have enough of a content stock on your channel. This month we got 17,000 views for this channel without posting a single video. Okay, so we got around 1,800 subscribers since we started working together, up to 2,000 maybe. And most of our videos got more views than the channel has subscribers. That's also a good indicator that YouTube is pushing those videos to new audiences that haven't been even subscribed to the Canadian Jetsetter yet. And here's how we did it. Yeah, we started with the research. Graeme had an extensive knowledge about what people exactly are interested in the topic of travel, of credit cards, of credit card points. So yeah, the expertise is huge. If you know what your clients and your potential viewers want, you can give it to them. So, and also I did my own research to see what's popular on the platform, how people structure their videos, how they package their videos. That helped a lot. The main point here is that most of our content was top of the funnel. That's very important. I was telling about funnel in the content in one of my previous videos. I will link it right here if I don't forget it. My cat wants my attention. Did you see that? He was like with his paw, hey Vika, come on, stroke me. So sweet. Okay, anyways, yeah, so most of your content has to be top of the funnel if you want to reach larger audiences. And why you want to reach larger audience, you ask, if you just need a couple of people who could become your clients. Let me tell you, if you don't promote your videos to larger audiences, this large audience will not push this video further to then find your potential customers. So it's good to film niched content once in a while for bottom of the funnel people who are almost ready to buy, but these people who are almost ready to buy will not even find your content if you don't make it for larger masses. That's what I learned from being on YouTube for several years, so maybe if somebody proves me wrong, that's fine. But for now, it's working. Now, Mofu and Bofu, middle of the funnel and bottom of the funnel, we used for relationship building. We weren't just like, let's make bottom of the funnel video. Yeah, a few people will watch it, but let's still do this for relationship building. No, I did not take this approach. I realized that we will make middle and bottom of the funnel content, but how can we make it also gain views? So I didn't want to bear with the idea that it will just be low viewed video. I wanted to get it done successfully. And now I'll tell in a few minutes how we did that. You can see that this is how our content plan looked like. And from the videos that were filmed, you can see that they are taken. You can see that most of them were top of the funnel. That's important. Middle of the funnel just a couple of times, and bottom of the funnel, yeah, we did also film some bottom of the funnel, another content plan that we had. We did film some bottom of the funnel and middle of the funnel, but our main focus was top of the funnel content that would appeal to larger audience. How to break your content into tofu, mofu, bofu, you can find in the video that I linked before, and maybe if I don't forget, I will leave it in the description. Packaging. So nobody will care about your top of the funnel video if you don't package it well. What does packaging mean? It means that you need to create compelling thumbnail and title that will make people click. Now, how you do that? We started with the research. So I sought for different competitors. I have a list of competitors for Graeme that I studied, and I was learning what they were doing for their packaging. So this video is about flight reviews. They were our middle and bottom of the funnel content. So this was not the main thing for these type of channels. Like, this is the type of content that doesn't get a lot of views, right? But we still managed to have some winning videos with that middle and bottom of the funnel content. How we did that? We did a research and realized that most of the flight reviews that get a lot of views had a thumbnail of a person being on a flight. So even though we didn't have any photos from the flight, I used some photos of inside the plane that already existed in the media, in the internet, and I asked my talented thumbnail designer to attach the hat of Graeme to the body of a person who's on the flight on the generic photo from the internet. Am I making it clear? And this is how even the bottom of the funnel content could get us quite some views. It's because we packaged it well. Not only with thumbnails, but I also elaborated the concepts of the titles that would be winning. So these are pretty good examples of how you can create bottom of the funnel, but that still gets clicks and views. You need to just research and see the pattern. So while researching the flights, I saw that the most views were coming for the videos with the photo of a flight on the thumbnail. And we did just that. We realized that this pattern exists and we applied it to our videos. And this is what you need to do as a YouTuber all the time. Find patterns, find the winning patterns, and apply to your channel. Okay, then you can also find triggers. So I think every topic, every niche has some sort of a trigger that if people see that, they would click on this with much more desire. For me, that probably YouTube logo. People click a lot on YouTube logo if they're interested in YouTube development. They see that logo and they're like, I want to see that. Also, if I show some of the analytics growth, they want it. They want the growth in their YouTube studio. They want to see that green sign with an arrow that's pointing up. And that's a trigger for them. You need to find just these triggers for yourself. For this channel, the trigger was credit cards. Like, if people see credit cards that they have on the thumbnail, they click on that thumbnail a lot more. We realized that while researching and put the credit cards in our thumbnails most of the time. So yeah, again, finding triggers and applying to your packaging. Another thing we did was transforming simple titles into compelling ones. Like, example, we could do here just RBC Avion review. That could be very boring. But what you can do with a boring title is to add some urgency and curiosity to it. All Canadians need to know about RBC Avion points, and the thumbnail says RBC Avion secrets. That's how you make boring thing more compelling, and that was our strategy for titles as well. Again, here, this was just a Amex Platinum update. So just an update that the credit card had, but what we did is not just named our video Amex Platinum update. Right? We made it interesting, compelling. We said, huge Amex Platinum update. Watch before 2025. This is how you add urgency, right? This is an update that needs to be taken care of right now, right? Before 2025. I also did the research, so I saw these types of thumbnails. I wouldn't probably come up with it on my own, to be completely honest with you. But when you make boring titles and interesting titles, add in urgency and curiosity, you get more views, okay? Then, another challenge was that we needed to target only Canadians. So we didn't want many of Americans and like other nations to watch our videos because Graeme sells to Canadians most of the time. And we did it, I think, in a quite a creative way. So we added the maple leaf on the t-shirt a lot of times. And also we added Canadian flag to a lot of our videos. Yeah, that's important. If you need to target certain people. You need to call out exactly them. Otherwise, all the other people will watch your videos too. So you need to think about it if that's important to you. And it was important to us, and we made our t-shirts with the maple leaf in Photoshop. Like, we didn't have to take pictures of it, but it would probably be easier if Graeme had pictures of maple leaf on his t-shirt. Anyways, retention. Our retention was pretty good. I'll be honest, like, Graeme's videos on their own had good retention too. So it's not that our editing added like a lot of result to the retention, but I should say that it helped a little bit with how people perceive the video. So it looks more professional, more trustworthy if your video is even a little bit edited and presented in a beautiful, pretty, interesting, engaging way. So what we did for our retention, we made custom, not we, but Graeme filmed custom b-rolls. That was amazing. We could add his b-rolls, not just stock random generic videos on top of our videos, but we managed to get his b-rolls, he filmed it, so that we could put it on the video. Also, we made illustrational editing. I got some editors who are really good at that. What I mean by illustrational editing, it means that you don't only...
Graeme here, your friend for all things Canadian miles and points.
Pretty much this is what I mean by illustrational editing. You just show a lot of stuff.
Now, transferring point.
You can see that we didn't just put transferring, we made an icon of it, right? To show transferring. This is what I call illustrational editing. So you
available routes,
show this.
Variety of airlines, and my own experiences.
See? Illustrations. It doesn't mean that it's like the best type of editing ever. Not at all. If you like other types, that's totally good. I'm just saying what we used in this case. So yeah, we did use some phrases at the bottom, like to emphasize some words, some important points.
Of S tier, I would put RBC Avion to...
like this, you see? That's what we did on the editing part. Also, scripts of Graeme, we didn't write scripts for Graeme, but his scripts were incredible. Like, I read it and it was mind-blowing how he is able to add his personal opinion, personal anecdotes, just some funny humoristic takes on things that he's observing and reviewing. So it was phenomenal of him. And these scripts, I do believe that they made this retention so high, like 40 retention is our average. I believe this is a bit above average, but it's still very good. That is it for now. If you want to get similar results, book a call in the description and let's work together. If you're not ready yet, I also have a gift for you. If you just want to check how to get from 0 to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube channel, there will be a gift about that in the description. It's day 28 of my 30-day YouTube challenge, and you can see the previous video right here and the next day right here. And I hope you have the most wonderful day. Bye.